Hello everyone, welcome to the Advancement Centre and welcome to the world of magic and miracles, where once again we all celebrate together this great time in our world above all worlds. It's been some time since I was able to sit in front of you, but now the time has come to give you all a little bit of a boost at this special time. Christmas boosts everything and everybody to a level that is unpredictable because it takes celebration to a new level. Even though there's a lot of advertising, a lot of music, a lot of preparation that seems to be more for the commercial side of things, it holds behind it a force that elevates everyone to a new place each year. And today, we all sit in awe of what's happening. All negativity seems to have faded to the background. And we never wonder how that works. But it works. It's because there's a part of us that is capable of accessing a new world, a world of glamour, a world of joy, a world of children, a world that leads nowhere except for a little bit of mischief, lots of celebration, gifts, and a heartfelt desire that is good for everyone. With that, we can continue to live a life above and beyond everything we've ever imagined. We don't have to maintain anything. We just have to realize that we have a skill that actually penetrates into a world that is perfect. That skill we're demonstrating now on this day. Almost everyone in the world has some feeling of elevation, some feeling of joy that builds on top of that massive movement of life that we can look down on now and say, it's the past. But with the past, we don't have to do anything except celebrate our life without having any reason. We have a reason today to celebrate because it's Christmas. And we've been building to this. And tomorrow we're going to jump off the edge and say Christmas is over, but we've got New Year coming. So we still have a reason. So give yourself a reason every day. Get up in the morning and say, I have a reason for celebrating way above anything that I've ever imagined. There are no methods, just a slight inflection in your being takes you and everyone around you to heights that you've never even imagined. You don't have to fix anything because it doesn't appear even. Everything in your life is different to every experience you ever had before. So the gentleness within you is even forgotten. It's demonstrated. You don't even have to say it's all love because you're demonstrating it. It's not all celebration because you're demonstrating it. It's perfection because you're demonstrating it. And there's something inside you that almost overflows each time you experience a day like today. That is the greatest gift given to you by everyone around you. And it's also the greatest gift you give to everyone around you. But more so, you don't even have to think of it as a gift. You just live it. Enjoy it. You don't even have to consolidate anything or remember anything. You just travel through it with all its sparkles and all its elegance. And later on, if you wish, you can look back and say, wasn't that great? But if you continue to access where you're accessing now, in that special world that only you know about, you can call it whatever you like. You can call it the world of your creator. You can call it magic and miracles. But if you don't call it anything, you then get the opportunity to live it. So all the definitions in the world cannot describe a momentous feeling that we bring to one another right now. But inside you, there's more than a description. There's a flow of multiple energies. There's a flow of multiple feelings, of visions, of possibilities, of everything that we can describe, all there at one time, in an instant and forever. So when we speak to one another, we can try to explain. We can try to open more channels for one another. But if we simply do it, we don't have to try anything. You didn't try anything to decide it's Christmas. You allowed somebody else to decide it's Christmas. And then everything else comes with it. This is an enormous key to the secrets that you bring from other worlds. And you do bring from other worlds. There's no sense of being naive even, or even an expert, or a master. It's simply something that is more than perfect and more than anything you can reach at any time, because you're there. So as I speak to each person, I'm also speaking to every entity in the universe with a separate channel, with a separate connection that brings and delivers at the same time. So it's a two-way communication of more than one thing. It's a two-way communication of everything that can ever be known in eternity. We're on the edge of stepping further every minute and of achieving more every minute. But we will never get there if we focus on it, because you maintain the distance if you don't step over the gap. If you're going to have a good Christmas, it still has to come. But if you're having a good Christmas, it's there. And the beauty of each person surrounds a great Christmas. So when you have a great life, it doesn't matter when it is. It doesn't matter that it's separated by time, because having a great life doesn't include time. Having a great Christmas doesn't include time. But the divisions within our brain demand some attention. So all you have to do is throw your focus ahead, drag yourself to where that goes, and it's all new. And all the divisions of time within your brain are satisfied in a fraction of a second. It's like flying or jumping on top of a wave. At that instant that you're lifted, you're actually on top of the wave. It is drawing you to where you couldn't get by swimming or paddling. So your intention plays a part. Motion plays a part. Excitement plays a part. And celebration confirms that you're there. So the more you confirm that you've made it, that you're celebrating something, then the closer you are to something that you've never been in touch with ever in your life. We have many descriptions of what it's like to be with our Creator, many descriptions of what it's like to visit where we come from, to be on a spaceship, to travel through time, to be in another country in a fraction of a second. But they're only descriptions if you're not there. So as I appear next to you, maybe it's on a screen, maybe it's in reality, I'm actually there. Because it's a reality. Not because of anything that anybody does. Not because of who you are even. It's because of nothing. So when we look at one another, we see something different. We see something different on Christmas. We see happiness, enjoyment, celebration, and a person who's glowing, sitting in front of us, or across the road, or across the dance floor, or at a theatre. They're glowing. And you don't know what that is until you connect with it. And you start to glow, just like laughter. Laughter starts and it's catching. You can't do anything about it because it's a function of that world that we truly separated ourselves from. And now we're in it. We're in the world where we can feel the laughter, we can feel the joy, we can feel the movement and the acceleration of what's coming in the future. And all we do is smile and laugh, have another drink, have another discussion, have a conversation that really doesn't go anywhere, but it makes you feel good. Talk about anything until what you talked about disappears into an enjoyment, into a non-task interaction that builds a healthy being that demands a healthy body. That healthy being has a great influence on your physical body, more so than anything you can do in physical terms. And that healthy being comes from celebration that you're actually there, that there is nothing wrong, that you've tapped into a part of your brain that's supposed to be used for something else. Very rarely do you find somebody thinking about anything and then them coming up with what's right. They come up with what's wrong, because that part of your brain that you access is actually a control system for your body that doesn't need interference. It figures out what's wrong and fixes it. But when you cut that path by thinking, by determining, by analysing, you actually stop the natural flow within your body system that sends the answer to the problem. Every breath you take happens as a result of a control system that you have no control over. Every time your body sweats, it's a result of something external. But it's not necessarily true. You can make your body sweat by changing a thought. It's like someone saying, don't think about biting a lemon. The more you try to not think about biting a lemon, the more you taste the lemon. That control system within your body has to run free, totally free. Just like a normal reaction, if someone throws a ball at you, your normal reaction that you call reflex allows you to stop that ball before you even think about it, or before your eyes see it. There's detection systems within your system, within your body and around it, that are connected to the universal polar system that has direction, space, time, and required reaction, all intermingled into a closed loop so that nothing can go wrong. When you open that loop, you have taken away from yourself all the abilities that you find you've got when you celebrate. The abilities that you have to see other people in a different light actually disappear because of logic. So the control that you need is already there. Your ability to do things is already there. The signal that you need to start something is also already there. The circumstance that you may bring up doesn't necessarily control anything. But beyond all the systems you know about, you are in control of everything. Everything in the world that you see, that you feel, that you interact with, changes in an instant. If you make a movement, blink an eye, raise an eyebrow, the whole mixture of forces, chemistry, magnetism, and light all adjust to offset one another so that everything is perfect. So as we move along in our life, the only thing that is common to all of us is life. And there's a life force that belongs to you that's intermingled with so many other things that you sometimes think you're affected by the actions and reactions of others. But if you allow your celebration of yourself and your life be foremost in every field, it will adjust to offset and enhance your life with every movement of every other being. So on this note, it's easy to take on another part of your field that's been neglected for a very, very long time, for centuries and more. And that part of your field is the part that holds you above everything. It holds you above every movement, above every part of the physical world, such that you can experience the physical world in a new light. And as you accept that field, you actually bring yourself further into the physical world. Because the further you are lifted above everything, the less influence you have on what's already there. And so you can add to everything. You can add to the sound of music by just listening. Instead of being controlled by the music, you add a harmonic to the music so that it's perfect, so that it matches your world. And whatever you look at, as you see the beauty, it becomes beautiful. As you see a scene of any sort, you can add to the flavor. You can add to the aroma. You can add to its beautiful influence on the rest of the world. And that allows you to become more physical than you've ever known before. The physical is an expression of the combination of all things. But its greatest gift is what you add by seeing, feeling, and experiencing everything in the right light. You will never kick your toe if you don't look down, because you've raised above all the obstacles. You'll walk on hot and cold, and you won't take any notice, because you know your body can actually change the interface into this world in an instant or quicker, to make sure everything's perfect for you and for your body. So when you enjoy Christmas, you enjoy everything. You enjoy the new field that's allowed you to actually step above all things and project a new feeling that has all the gifts that you can possibly imagine of beauty, harmony, excellence, encouragement. And that is what I call magic and miracles. I had to find a word to bring all this into light. And there were two words that fitted it perfectly. And now they're everywhere. And it is now an industry. So the more you accept what's delivered in this new field, the more you will add to that industry of magic and miracles. Homes will look much better. The place where you sit will look comfortable and feel comfortable to everyone. Your car will sparkle when you walk near it and will perform perfectly all the time. And any interruption will disappear into the background as part of the flow. It's a new field that holds what used to be secrets. But each person accepting that field will find they have the ability to do things that they've never done before. And they don't have to show up as physical. The result shows up as physical. But you can actually feel that you've had the effect of making things better, of making things run right, of people being healthy, well before they're indicated in the physical world. And every being is now able to speak out loud and say, I know what you're talking about. And just that is sufficient to take us into a whole new world. where the essence of our being is more important than anything else. The essence that has not everything, more than everything. The essence that goes beyond anything we can display is now available to us to display more for our own purpose, to make everything beautiful, to make Christmas live on forever, and to make the celebration continue no matter what. And it only takes one look at somebody to know that they're not performing the way they would like to. And in that same instant, you can feed everything they need into that field so that they can pick it up whenever they need it. So 1 million times a day, you can be delivering solutions into this field that makes everything better. And out of nowhere, someone will turn up and change something, and you'll say, I did that. I made that happen. So without much input, you can have an enormously different life. And if somebody asks you how, you're better off to say, I don't know, I just do it. With a smile on your face and a little bit of mischief. So as we move into a new year, we don't have to make any new resolutions. We stay on top of the wave and we ride all the way over the top of it and watch the brilliance pour into us that we've prepared on this day. With all that in hand, there's nothing more than everything that we can explain. But we can offer what we can't explain. And the very connection that you have to everything is the connection you have to me. So thank you all for joining me today. And like always, I wish you a perfect health, perfect life, and a magic future. Thank you.